I'm Rob from Barefoot Gaming, and today we review budget cuts in virtual reality. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Rob, why did it take you so long to review this? Well, it depends what you're thinking, because if you're watching this like in 3 months from when we made this, you're really gonna wonder why it took so long. However, this game, when it came out, actually prior to it coming out, when I got our copy of this game so we could have it ready for release day, was a little on the buggy side. And I didn't really want to slam it because of that. I wanted to give the developers a little bit of time to fix it. And they have, for the most part. The big bugs have all been fixed. There's still little squishy bits, maybe I could say. That was the reason for the delay. What kind of game is this? It is a puzzle game. It is a puzzle stealth action game. Your role is a robot in this large mega company, and you reject forms. That's all well and good, but where does the title come from? Well, budget cuts is exactly what is about to happen to you. Not your department, you. You are going to get eliminated. Now, as you are a robot, they can just get rid of you. They can destroy you, recycle you, whatever. If they drag you off to HR, they will drag you off screaming. Luckily for you, as the game starts, you get a fax with some instructions on how to get out. Somebody has smuggled in this portal gun, and this portal gun is your primary movement. It's how you're gonna get around the puzzles. It's how you're gonna move from one level to another if you wanna move into ceiling tiles, or if you want to pop it through like a vent somewhere. So the portal is incredibly important. I'll touch more on portal movement in just a minute, but aside from that, you can change your hands, okay? So you could grab the portal gun, for example. You can change it on your right or your left hand. You can use a regular hand to just pick things up, a robot hand as it were. Magnifying glass, different things that you can attach to it. Now back to the portal gun. The portal gun works in such a manner that you fire kind of this ball to wherever you're aiming, and as you hold up your hand, you can look through the portal that it creates. So you can see what's around corners, you can see what's in tight spaces. However, if there's something there, they can see you too. A very important mechanic that I need to mention, and I had forgotten from when the demo came out like 2 years ago, but there's 2 ways to travel in the portal. There is a quick release, which will pop you in the location, and there is the slow release, and a slow release will have you pop in silently. Now, if you are playing in stealth, you need to release slowly, or else the guards are going to notice you, and then you are going to be running away, which creates its own fun mechanic, and sometimes you will get noticed and you'll have to teleport quickly. Which brings me to inventory, because you're also able to defend yourself. Now, you can pick things up like cups, like markers, anything that you can interact with that is within the right size. You can press a button and hold it in your inventory. That also includes darts and throwing knives and scissors and different things you can use to defend yourself. Let's see, there are 3 difficulty settings that you can go through, like easy, medium, and hard. No matter which one you pick, the game will play out the same way every single time. And there is standing and room scale, but you do need to have a little bit of room, even if you're just doing standing, because you're gonna be crouching and you're going to be reaching. Now, as one of the most anticipated VR games since 2016, I am going to attempt to review this. So let's get to it. List some pros, list some cons, tell you what we think, and tell you why we think it. The teleportation mechanic is built into the game, so it doesn't feel like a crutch. If this game didn't have teleportation, it wouldn't be any fun. They have utilized it well. Fantastic, big pro. Second, the game looks really good. The voice acting is good. The levels all look pretty. They're not super detailed, but they've gone for a certain aesthetic, and it totally works. Another pro is there are multiple ways to do one thing. So yes, you can pick up key cards that you'll need to get through certain doors if you want to take the direct approach, or you can look for a hole somewhere in a ceiling tile where you can pop up into the ceiling and take a different route to get there and try to be more evasive. Another pro, this game does evasion and stealth really, really well. In fact, I really liked how when you're crawling above the ceiling tiles, which you can do all over the place, or in ductwork, it has an occlusion setting, right? So that if your head or if your body is through the wall, you can't see anything. And it will make you like keep your head down. It's gonna make you feel like you are crawling. Very well done stealth. I like the fact that when the robots see you, you actually have panic. You actually are watching to see where exactly they are. And there's a lot of points in this game where that adrenaline kicks in and it's just, you get lost in how much fun it is. But the game isn't all pros. There are cons. Now at $30, the game is a little on the shorter side. So At 30 bucks, you're gonna get between 3 and 5 hours, depending on how complicated and how hard a time you have with some of the puzzles. It doesn't play through differently when you play it from easy to medium to hard. Like, the enemies are more difficult, they're smarter, that sort of thing. But once you know where everything is, once you know how to get through the puzzles, you can actually blast through it the second time super fast. Another con is the levels can be a little bit confusing. And it feels to me, and maybe I'm wrong, but it feels to me like it was done in such a manner to make the game play longer. Now, I get the logic behind that. However, that doesn't make a game more fun. Just making a game longer doesn't make it more fun. And I've talked about this in other games as well. So it's not really bad, but there were a couple times I was like, you know what? I'm just searching for the sake of searching, and it was pulling me out of the game a little bit. So there's that. And another con I have to mention is the Rift performance. Now, the Vive didn't seem to have any issue with this game, even right from the get-go. Even when they sent me the pre-release before the game was launched to the public, everything was fine. They recognized there was a problem with the Rift right away, and they seemed to fix that up. And as far as I can tell, most of those issues are gone. So the odd glitch, but it's still to be mentioned that you're still going to run into the odd issue here and there. However, I need to mention that these guys are active. They're active on their Reddits, they're active on their forums. They want to fix the problem. So I have to mention it because it is kind of still a little bit of an issue right now, but I do actually have faith. These guys, their heart is in this game. So I think that's going to get fixed. But even with all the cons I listed, I still think this game is worth the asking price. I score this a 4 out of 5. It's not perfect. If you had never heard of budget cuts and you came into this just cold out of the blue, honestly, I think this thing would have blown people totally away. Now people have it at a really high level, and it's a little harder to judge it fairly. But I'm doing my best. It's a good game. It's got a couple of smaller weaknesses, but this is a game that if you're looking for like a puzzle, stealth, action, fun, moving around, teleporting, trying to sneak type thing, I do recommend it. And that's the review. Don't forget to subscribe. That's the only way you're gonna know when our videos are coming out. Also, share our videos. You guys, honestly, I've said this before and I will say it again, we have the best fans. I don't get what we have done, but whatever we have done, thank you so much. We are growing, our views are fantastic, no complaints. You guys are helping, you are the driving force behind this. So thank you. Like, comment, I do my best to reply to everybody that comments that I can. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching another Barefoot review. I will talk to you again real soon. See ya.